Yeah, I like to sew. I
Yes.
specialize, as you know, in children's purses and baby blankets. I
Yeah.
make two things. And
I
that's
do know
it.
that very well.
I'm getting my hobbies back.
It's been so fun to see what Taylor actually gets into around the house.
It's like, I'd say all my hobbies could be categorized as like hobbies you could have had in the 1700s.
Hello there. Yes, she sews baby blankets and bags. Let's make a reaction video about this. I know a little bit about these types of sewers. Stay tuned as I answer some of the following AMA questions I give myself. Is Taylor Swift thinking about babies in the future? Who are these type of people that cannot stop making baby blankets? Why is she half the age of a typical baby blanket sewer? What does she get in return for making baby blankets over and over again? Who are the type of people that can't stop sewing bags? Are there sewers out there who has that giving gene? They sew just to give it away. There are hundreds of them out there. I'll tell you who they are and what do they get in return. So this video is really about the different types of sewers out there that are sort of addicted to making specific projects over and over again. In this case, Taylor Swift's baby blankets and kids bags. And I'm gonna circle it all back to the sewing hobby of people and people that sew just to give it away. The tea you're about to consume is based from my 2 decades of personal experience hanging out with the local sewing community. So let's dive in. Absolutely, they exist. And it's not for their own babies either. It's to give it away. For them, it's fun, exciting, and the joy in making these baby blankets, it's unlike any other sewing projects. Making baby blankets is actually an emotional experience. Some start at the age of 20, 30, just for family, friends, and peers. But right around the age of 40s, late 40s, 50s, 60s, and definitely retiree age. That's about the age bracket that many discover that it's actually fun to make baby blankets over and over again. And that's also the period where grandbabies are born and great-great-grandbabies are born. Making baby blankets gives you this cozy, warm feeling inside you. I think it releases a body chemical that reduces the stress too. Some collect fabrics for boys, girls, or gender-neutral themes, hoping to validate their fabric collection. But you do not call it hoarding. It's called preparing. You never know when you need them. And babies are just around the corner. So that's their mentality. And these type of baby blanket sewing people, if they run out of reasons to sew for their families or friends, they still want to keep doing baby blankets. So they donate it to local hospitals or nurseries to keep the hobby going. Some try to sell to justify their hobby, but good luck on that. It's a very competitive market. If you're a new mom and have experienced being gifted with a new baby blanket from the hospital, there are people that spent their own money, sew baby blankets, and give them away on a constant basis for free. If you happen to be in your 20s and 30s right now and listening to this, your time will come. It will sort its way out in your life that you can indulge in a hobby. Taylor Swift have been blessed and she knows that. She's sewing and sharing, and she wants others to feel good from her projects and hobbies. I wonder if I make sense here. Happiness, inspiration, and it warms the heart. It's just so dreamy to make baby blankets. Baby blankets are easy to make. It is pretty much almost a square or rectangle shape and mostly straight stitching. It's fail-proof. because the failure rate is low. No heavy problem solving to figure out. Who does not want a project where you always come out happy? That's baby blankets. And you can zone out too. Forget the real world and soak in this priceless feeling of being transfixed into this magical world of babies. You may not understand this, but I'm trying my best to explain. I believe so. Sewing for baby is very purposeful. For her, it's not for personal use. It's for someone else's baby. The joy, the promise, the tactile sewing, the energy of making something for creature comfort. No amount of money can replace that satisfying feeling of sewing for a baby. Let's say she resigned to the idea that she will never have kids of her own. Trust me, she won't even get near this type of sewing projects. In fact, it might disgust her. In this case, it is the opposite. She's being open-minded about it. Sewing for infants, it's also the same as kindling your motherly instincts. Taylor Swift's one happy place is making baby blankets, among other reasons. Well, I know of some people obsessed with making bags. For most of them, every new bag pattern is a reason to tweak that design and make 5 more varieties of the same bag. It's an obsession. You can really deep dive into this kind of hobby. And that's all you can think about before going to bed and after waking up. Bag making can be very addicting and never ending for some people. At first, you do it for hobby and experimentation, and then you get hooked with it, and they end up with so many of them, so they give it away, or sometimes sell them. They like it. Stay with me. I'll profile Taylor Swift on what drives her to make bags. These type of people, they're mostly the organized type, frugal or conscious with their finances, and clear thinkers. Making compartments and pockets on small corners, let me tell you, there is a psychological connection. That characteristic of being thorough and attention to detail type, making something that has a purpose or function. Bag making is an expression of one's personality, whether you end up using it or for others, or organizing for others. To sew a bag is about strategy too. Focusing in on the strength of the handles, the size of the opening, the purpose of each pockets. It's all very intentional. It is also a reflection of being mindful and what others need. I made a video speculating about what sewing machine Taylor Swift used. Now that I know that she's into bag making, I think she has another sewing machine that can handle bag making projects. Absolutely. It's the people that are not really on the internet. Listen, there are lots of sewers out there that are the opposite. I rub elbows with these type of people because I live in a high cost of living area. There seem to be a demographic of sewers that have disposable income and no longer have to work to pay bills. The result is a concentration of hobbyists like sewing and sewing only to make them happy. So they spend hundreds of dollars of their own money to sew and give away what they make. These type of people do not have to work. There's money to be spared. They do other hobby too, but I will focus on the sewers only. Now, if this is news to some of you, it is true. They don't document or make a big stink about their creations and donations. They just do it privately. There are people that don't need flex or collect affirmation from others. They're good with their own lives. No social media needed to caress their egos. Just low-key, grounded type of people that knows that they are blessed in life and they want to share their appreciation by giving back to the community. In as much as this is about Taylor Swift, this is also about raising awareness on the undocumented people who are not really on social media. They have the generous gene. I know you may find this information a little weird because of the opposite of what's so obvious out there. The opposite is what you see or hear nowadays from many influencers who try to nickel and dime your attention. There are underrated, generous sowers that just give away what they make. So this video is really about getting to know or profiling the different kinds of hobbyists and sowers out there, the giving type, and why they do what they do. Thank you so much for watching.